Slave DiBiase.
What's going on, y'all? Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on when you're coming across this content. It is your boy here, Slave DiBiase, aka Tony Spark, aka Slave Daniel Richards, and we are here on another live episode of the Offenders Initiative podcast. All my offenders, all my true stoneheads, thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for pulling up. I appreciate you appreciating me. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because without that, I wouldn't know that y'all are enjoying what I actually do here. Not that it matters, because I love doing what I do. You understand what I'm saying? So, y'all see the caption today, man. Today on Netflix is the premiere of Stranger Things 5. Yay. Do I have any applause here? Do I have some applause? I might have some applause. Let me see. Do I have any applause? I do. All right. So we got Stranger Things season 5 jumping off today. Premieres at 8 p.m. They're breaking it down into 3 different sections. We're going to release volume 1 today, and then volume 2 will be released on Christmas, and then the finale, the series finale, meaning it's finito after that, will be on New Year's Eve. I want to say, New Year's Eve. So yeah, you got that, and also too, an Army staff sergeant has been put out of the military, or is about to be put out of the military, in the time period of 5 days. Now, this is coming from a former veteran right here. I've never heard of nobody being put out of the military in 5 days' time. So whatever type of infraction, or excuse me, y'all, whatever type of violation she committed, it had to have been something heinous. But from what I'm hearing, it's over a TikTok that they wanted her to take down. How do we feel about soldiers in uniform on social media doing whatever they want to do? That's another question we got for today. So, as a matter of fact, I'd like to start it off with that, with just that. Let's get into this Army sergeant here who got fired from the military. Let's get into that. As usual, y'all, this is a 420 sesh. Tell me what you're smoking on. I'm smoking on some of that blue cheese today. And yeah. So let's see what we got here. Let's try this. Let's try this one. All right, y'all. This is by way of Nikki MGTV. Please go give them good folks over there a like, comment, and subscribe. And let's check it out.
I hear really great weed last night. Now, the word is complainers. So when legal got involved, it told the commander in the first time was in there, they were like, Sergeant Collins did not violate UCMJ. There's no way you cannot convince me that I'm not being targeted.
Shout out to Sergeant Collins. We stand with you, Sergeant Collins. This is her TikTok. Y'all go follow this woman because she has not done anything wrong and she had a target on her back. Let's hear her talk about it.
I have a target on my back because them to give me 5 days, like you can tell the animosity. You can tell that. It just, damn, it really fucked up. 5 days? Really 3.
Just when I thought this entire thing was over, and I said the Army's trying to kick her out. I said that on my thumbnail and title. I was like, I just get this inkling they're trying, but apparently they've succeeded, and there's some complications to the technicalities and legalities of all of that. Now, if you don't remember,
shout out to everybody that may look at this content, no matter what part of the world you're from, India, Antarctica, wherever. Shout out to all of y'all. I really, really appreciate the love. Thank y'all.
I'll play the clip where this soldier got in trouble for making a skit video.
Did y'all hear really great weed last night? Now, the word is complainers. We were now called the victims, complainers. No.
Looks like all she doing is making fun of motor science at the moment and how they be walking around with that nasty ass gunk in their mouth. That what's that? Tobacco. I'm an old Army soldier, 15-year vet. All these motherfuckers do is walk around with that fucking tobacco stuck under their fucking lip, between their teeth, fucking their gums up, spitting every goddamn where. It's nasty. And these are the people who are in charge of everybody, telling them what to do with their nasty asses.
No longer can they put our careers on hold. Yeah. No more of these flags, repeat complainers, constantly pushing the issues. And no more that anomalies. No more that making complaints without saying your name. We want to know who you is. So when we retaliate, we can get you and nip it in the bud.
Sounds to me like she's talking about how her chain of command does reprisal whenever they get reported for whatever fuckery they try to pull on the lower enlisted. So it sounds like all she's doing is making fun of that.
Yeah. But I'm so happy. And then we need to get those women out of combat arms. Everything needs to go back to how it was. Me and the bros back in the field. Yeah. Right on.
Now you see that one. That was against like kind of the whole Pete Hegseth Secretary of War talking about military being strong again, essentially, right? Now, a lot of people told her to take that down, and this was also a girl that...
Hold on, so this is what she got in trouble for? They told her to take that down? That's all she did? There are so many other things in this world to be sensitive about besides somebody making fun of how stupid you are. And they're doing it in the most respectful way. She didn't call no names or nothing. This is weird. Again, the Army sounds like it's turned into a bunch of feelings. I feel like you disrespected me, so I feel like I can have your career in my hand and fuck over you. This is nasty word. Sorry.
Was referenced for having the counseling on Instagram Live from the officer as well, where there's a whole debacle of that.
There's a bunch of videos up there, right? There's just a couple of videos that are not in good. They're just...
Somebody after this?
Yes.
Which one?
This is her commanding officer counseling her on IG Live. What in the unprofessional fuck is this? I've never seen nothing like this in my 15 years of serving this godforsaken country. I've never seen nothing unprofessional like this.
So you started counseling, right? And we had you write a whole essay on online misconduct, social media misconduct, right? And you still...
What you videos for me?
Why? I went on your TikTok yesterday. And you still got that Jack Pallet video up there.
So there's another video that she has up there that they don't like. I'm not sure what's up with the Jack Pallet Jack video. We might take a look at that just so we can get some context. But why are you all on this girl's motherfucking IG and TikTok? Why are you on her IG and TikTok so hard? This is what I mean by women really hate women, right? 2 black women here, 2 service black women here, and you all in this girl's business. Why? Y'all don't hang out. Y'all aren't cool. She's under you. Why are you going and checking your soldier's fucking social media? Like, what's the interest specifically in this soldier? Weird shit.
She took it off on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all hear that? She took it off of Instagram and Facebook, but she did not take it off of all of her social media platforms.
We're going to get into that because what's really interesting is she has now clarified why the counseling and why she was getting in trouble was not really legitimate anyway.
So I keep getting asked this.
Where's this said? Jamie Lanier says the women in the military, a lot of them don't be shit. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of them feel like they have 2 or 3 strikes against them because they're women. And I'm not saying anything, but for some odd reason, I've had a lot of black women be my leadership back in the day. And for some odd reason, they feel like they have to assert their dominance over anybody else. I'm a woman and I'm black. You finna listen to me. You don't have to do all of that. Real soldiers like myself, if we don't respect nothing, we respect the rank. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter who's wearing it. We respect the rank. So you don't have to turn up all extra like to show people, I am woman, hear me roar. You don't have to do none of that, sweetie. We respect you as a captain, as a sergeant, staff sergeant, etc. You know what I'm saying? We respect all of that. So yeah, it's nasty.
Question. If she was counseled and told to take the video down of that pallet jack video, why didn't I take the video down? And here go the answer. When I got counseled, I was not just counseled on the pallet jack video. I was counseled on 2 videos. One video was a pallet jack video. If you didn't keep your pee, okay, bad, stand on it. I jump on top of the pallet jack in the motor pool. The second video was a lactation room video. I asked for a lactation room, and they told me to go breastfeed in the bathroom. And I recorded how dirty the bathroom was. I got counseled, and I was told I had so many, like, what they give you to play in action. I gotta scrub the toilets, right? It was just so much to do. When I was talking over, they was like, the punishment only makes the crime. So when legal got involved, legal told us, we all was in the room. They told the commander, and the first time I was in there, they was like, Sergeant Collins did not violate UCMJ. They said the video with the lactation room, I was 100% correct on there. They was like, the company does have to provide me with a clean lactation room that's not a bathroom. With the pallet jack video, they said the only issue they see with the pallet jack video is that it's a safety hazard, that is considered a safety hazard.
Before we go any further, we're going to take a look at this pallet jack video, y'all. Hold on.
Okay, bet I'ma handle that. You can keep it P. Okay, bet. Stand on that. All these designer clothes, I look like a damn.
She got counsel for it. Hold on. Since service member made video on the cleanliness of the bathroom, service member will help clean. And nah. So she needed a lactating room because she pregnant as hell or whatever the case may be. She made a video on how the bathroom that they gave her was so nasty. And they said, your punishment is you're going to clean the bathroom since you have a problem with the cleanliness of it. You can't make this shit up. What has happened to my army, bro?
Okay, bet I'ma handle that.
Okay.
You can keep it.
So that was the pallet jack video. All y'all saw was her riding it. That was it. Let's get back.
So it was like, I don't have to take it down. The commander, like, she just wanted to take it down, especially that lactation room video, because it make her chain of command look bad. Well, the unit look bad because of the patch or whatever. And they was like,
feelings. It makes the unit look bad. You know what makes y'all look bad? Having a nasty ass motherfucking bathroom and there's women in the unit. That's what makes y'all look bad. Not the fact that this service member, this soldier, is reporting on how nasty y'all keep the bathroom at the unit.
True, but
somebody didn't like this woman. Somebody didn't like her. Somebody didn't like that how she soldiers. Somebody that don't like her as a person. Somebody don't like how many followers and the attention that she gets on TikTok. It's probably that captain because she went to go look at her TikTok.
It was like, I didn't violate nothing. I was just telling the truth. They was like, I don't have to take it down. She was like, the pallet jack video need to take down. They was like, sign callers don't have to take the video down. If she take anything down, it's just to appease you. That's what I was told. This was back in May. That counseling was held in September. So this was before the Blue Book 2.0 came out. Blue Book 2.0 came out in October. After that live counseling, when it states anything on your government or personal page that a commander doesn't like or want on there, they then can have you remove it. So it was never.
Ooh. So they really dipping in the niggas' personal lives all day long with the military. They said, hey, they said we own you once you sign up. They did say that we own you. So you can't just put whatever you want to put on your social media. Your commander can deem it inappropriate and command you to take it down.
Originally removed because I didn't have to. I didn't violate UCMJ. So that's why the video was up there after that first council.
So it looks like this is a multitude of issues. Hijack, technical safety issue where it's like, let's find something on this person. Let's find something, because they're always looking for something. It seems like as a social media witch hunt continues. But, you know, the lactation room, I'm like, yes, it is true. But I'm telling you, if you can handle things, or if
don't mean to cut off Mr. Nikki here. She had a target. Somebody did not like her. And whether she jumped shit off after she made that video about how nasty the bathroom was, that could be it. Motherfucker's been on her head ever since then. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody, man, when you're at these jobs, when you ruffle the cages, when you rattle the cages, make sure all your ducks in a row. Because after that, you got a target on your back, and every little minor infraction, they'll try to blow it up or build a case with it to get you up out of there. That's why go into business for yourself. You ain't got to clock in and deal with other people and their feelings just because they don't like the fact that you wear your hair a little bit better than theirs. Haters.
You've at least given them the ability to fix it, which is why people come to me for things like, could you report on this? And I'm like, did you ask them first? Well, no, but it's wrong. And I'm like, you got to at least give people a chance. So I don't know if that was the case necessarily. She said that they told her to go to the bathroom. I don't know if she brought that up after reading the instruction. We don't have that information. But apparently she has also lost orders as a recruiter because people are not happy with that. And she also says that she is being targeted.
There's no way you cannot convince me that I'm not being targeted. I have a target on my back. Tell me why. Yesterday I went to behavioral health. I did a walk-in appointment because I didn't have an appointment yesterday. I was so fucking mad and upset.
Look at how normal, and I know that's saying something. Looks don't mean nothing, but look at how normal and the way that this woman articulates herself. And she said she was going to a behavioral health walk-in appointment, right? This is why I say soldiers on the way out. Yeah, my channel called We the People TV, but Tree help with PTSD and things of that nature. They should be giving soldiers a weed card the moment that they get up out the military, because we have too many memories of black spots where we just had to deal with shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a situation at these regular jobs as a civilian, if you don't like the way people are treating you, you can quit. You can't quit the military. You can't even do as much to say, can you put me in a different platoon so I'm under different leadership, so I'm just out the way of these people that I for sure think have a serious like personal problem with me. You can't even do that. We gonna bully you till we feel like not bullying you no more. And this is coming from a former soldier, not disgruntled at all. Military made me a man, but it's a lot of bullshit in it, as you can see.
I need to talk to somebody. I went to sick hall first. Sick hall was like, they don't do those type of appointments. You got to either go to the ER or go to the behavioral health place to, do the walk-in. So I go to behavioral health. This lady, she's not my doctor. I'm assuming she knows me from online. She was like, you can't be coming up here for this. You need to be getting your character witness statements. You can't just be taking these appointments for this. She was like, walk-in appointments is for people who want to or go somebody else. And she literally walked me to the door.
Nah, ain't no way she told you. You in mental health, you in behavioral health. Ain't no way she told you we not finna help you. You need to go to JAG, not mental health. What has happened to my army? They turned her away?
She walked me to the door to leave. She didn't even cut the computer on. I don't even think they put me that I went to behavioral health yesterday. Wow. And also that I made 2 videos yesterday. Before I even went to behavior health.
My young soldiers, everywhere you go, always ask them folks, give me something to let them know that I was here. Always do that. Now you finna give me that little slip that said that I was here. Fucking right.
No, because I was so fucking mad. I got a counseling statement, of course. Told I got to take the videos down. I was told, I'm not even going to go into detail what I was told right now, because I don't even want no more issues with this, but I'm so tired of this shit. Like, it be constantly ongoing shit, just.
And what that is I'm going to keep picking at you until you lash out, and then I got a real reason to write you up. I know a little something about that. I'm going to keep doing little shit to you. Hopefully you'll just snap and go off, and then I got a real reason to write you up. And I'm going to tell you something that gets people out of the military faster than anything. If you are a soldier and you disrespect any of your superiors, that is a quick one-way fast ticket out of the military, being wrote up for disrespect. I'm telling you, you'll be gone so fast. They think you murdered somebody right in the middle of broad day.
I'm tired.
Now, she didn't mention the recruiting specifically in that. That's another thing. She's posted this video with some copyrighted music where she is talking about different things that have happened to her, where essentially she is just talking about all of the issues that have culminated during this entire situation. And she is not happy with how this is being handled. She has gone through congressional inquiries. She had recruiting orders taken away. And she had to move several times in order to even deal with all this.
Hold up, let's go back because I wasn't even reading what she was saying because I was listening to him talk. So let's go back.
Going shit, just I'm tired.
Now, she didn't mention the
First, I get counseled on IG Live.
recruiting specifically on that. That's another thing. She's posted this video with.
And then IG closes the case and says it was handled appropriate.
Some copyrighted music where she is talking about different things that have happened to her.
Then I get recruiting orders.
Where essentially she is just talking about all of the.
And someone makes a phone call and cancel my little recruiting orders.
Issues that have culminated during.
They PCS me and my family twice in one fiscal year and don't pay me my money. It ain't about no motherfucking American flag. It's always about the money. So not only are you fucking me over, but you're not paying me.
This entire situation. And she is not.
I made a dip video that pissed him off. So the video we saw at the very, very beginning where she acted like she had the dip in her lip and she was spitting and all of that. She didn't say nobody's name, nobody's rank or nothing. She just made a video and they was in their feelings about it.
Happy with how this is being handled. She has gone through congressional inquiries. She had recruiting orders.
They tried to give me an Article 15. Whoa. For all my civilian folks out there, an Article 15 is basically like, it's like the big write-up. You know what I'm saying? If you ever worked in Walmart in the warehouse, Article 15 is equivalent to getting a step. You know what I'm talking about.
Taken away. And she had to move several times in order to even deal with all the social media stuff.
So they said they're going to kick me out.
That's going on. And they also talk about how.
Let me see. I get tired of fighting, so I waive my rights. Hey, never waive your rights to nothing. You giving them folks the gun to put a bullet in your brain.
And they also talk about how she is getting court.
And then 72 hours later,
martial where they wanted to. And
I said I recant and pull my rights back. Oh no, that's where you messed up, Big Sarge. That's where you messed up. Take your emotions out and handle business. I'm tired of fighting. You never tired of fighting. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The moment you raise your right hand and you join this military, you're giving your life to these folks. Ain't nobody kicking me out of nothing. I'll leave, but you ain't kicking me out of nothing. Therefore, you fight. You don't never stop fighting.
Essentially kind of what has unfolded. But
I said, maybe I should fight. Maybe I should fight this, but I was so tired of fighting.
She does actually talk about the details of this.
They started rushing my waived rights to the CG, and he signed it. Too late.
As far as what happened in regards to the timeline.
Oh, and let me clear something up. Somebody said, for you to be getting kicked out the Army, you had to be getting multiple loads of trouble, multiple Article 15s.
I would agree. Like this sounds like for her to have been out that quick, they had a full jacket on her of just all sorts of craziness to get her trumped up on all these little charges and all that.
Ever. My whole military career, you can look this up. I never got an Article 15. I never got a letter of reprimand, a letter of concern, or GOMAR. The most I ever got was a 4856 of counseling. I never got none of that. And
4856 regular counseling, that's like whether it's verbal or they actually like write it down and have you sign something. It's nothing more than you being at a civilian job and they give you the first little warning about you being late. All right, don't let this happen again, or else we're going to take it to another step, which will probably be you being out the door. That's basically what that is. So all she says she's ever gotten in her whole military career was a 4856, a regular standard counseling for doing whatever she done did. Wow.
The reason why I'm being kicked out, I waived over my rights. They couldn't, if they wanted to kick me out, that shit wasn't going to ride. I could fight.
But you waived your rights because you was in your feelings. I'm so tired of fighting. Don't never be tired of fighting. Like I said, when you raise your right hand and you join this shit, this is some for life shit. You'll always be a soldier. You fight for that, man. Don't let nobody kick you out unless it's some shit you know you did and you need to just go ahead and go because you just not adapting to, you know what I'm saying, the dress right dress or the way things go around there. But this sounds like something she should have fought for. Don't ever stop fighting, y'all. Don't ever stop fighting. Don't waive your rights over this shit.
But I'm tired of just constantly going through it. I could have went to a separation board and let 7 random people like go to trial. But I have a year and some change. What I had a year and some change. Though I didn't want to do all that. I didn't want to extend my ETS. I didn't want to stay in. I wanted to keep.
But you still like you let them kick you out. Is this a dishonorable? If this is a dishonorable, her life is about to change so drastically and not for the better. Take it from me. Well, not from me because I didn't get kicked out. I left the military. I actually ETS. I retired. You know what I'm saying? Did 15 years. You never let nobody kick you out of nothing. You leave. You don't get kicked out.
Looking over my shoulder, these people be harassed.
But I know folks that have gotten kicked out, dishonorable discharges, and it's hard for them to get a job anywhere. As soon as they see that dishonorable on your record, even if you are overly qualified for the job.
Testing me every single day. I was tired of it. And I know I could have won the board, but it just, do I want to take myself mentally through it when I was dealing with shit all the way from Hawaii that's still coming back? This shit is.
Shut this soft ass motherfucking new generation, my mental health, my mental stability bullshit. That was your career. That was your life that them folks had in their hands. That was your life. And you stop fighting for your own life. Hey, Big Sarge, I don't know now. We don't quit. You made it all the way to being a sergeant, meaning you went through basic training. Not sure if you got any combat in you, but you went to basic training. We don't quit. Unpopular, but popular opinion to me. Everything that happened to this woman, it happened to her because she wanted it to.
Tired and it's exhausting. I waived my rights because I felt like it'd be better because I was getting out anyway. I didn't even have 2 years on my contract left. 2 or 3 years.
Is it honorable or dishonorable? That's the question.
It was better for me to get out. And I posted the video saying what I'm gonna say is so damn twisted because them to give me 5 days, like you can tell the animosity. You can tell they were mad. It just damn, they really fucked up. 5 days? Really 3.
I've never heard of anybody being kicked out in only 5 days.
Facts. I've never heard of nothing like that. This is some new shit. I am so glad I got out when I did. Oh man. I'm so glad I got out when I did because some shit like this would have had me going to work with my shit with me and telling niggas what's up. First sergeant at all. What's up? Gripped up. Y'all playing with me. What's up?
Because of an administrative separation. I've heard of a 10-day letter that does come from this. So I'm not sure the accuracy of when she received this letter or whatever that she's being forced out, but it sounds like this is happening quite quickly. Now, I don't know why she waived her rights other than to just say, I'll take my out, I'll get my benefits and leave, because she still is a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army where she's done more than one enlistment. She's still going to keep her GI Bill, various other things, where I don't think this is going to be as much of an issue. If anything,
was it honorable or dishonorable, though? That's the thing.
This is kind of the game of I'm not touching you. And the rules will all say for the Department of War, I'm not touching you. You can't do that. Don't touch anybody. But they will put it so close to you that every day you can't see. And essentially at that point, you're like, well, I can't live every day not seeing. And that is what's happened here. I do not know her personally.
I get it. And again, I don't know her personally either. I get it. But you don't stop fighting. You don't let nobody kick you out of nothing. You leave. You fight. You know what I'm talking about? Especially something like that. She gave her life. She rose her right hand. You fight. I understand. I've been in trouble a time or two myself when I was in boots. I understand, but you don't give up because that's what they want you to do. They want you to your military bearing and your military performance, your military appearance. They want all that shit to go down so that when they take it to the proper people, they can say, well, he became a shitbag after he or she became a shitbag after he got this news anyway. So we're really making the right decision on kicking him out. Look at his performance in the last 30 days. It wasn't all that great to begin with, but it's really dropped now. They looking for that type of stuff. You don't stop fighting. Never.
You only know her from these TikToks and our small interaction on Instagram once, but I can tell you that I think that the social media whack-a-mole thing going on right now is a lot of time and effort and energy wasted, in my personal opinion of these things. And unfortunately, you have some people that want to make it their job, and that is part of it. At the same time, though, I would say it also comes from a perspective of like, be cautious of what you're posting. Understand what you're posting could be perceived as bad. Because we all.
This is true, but you know, again, he used the air quotations, the word perceived as bad. That's all in who's looking at it. Again, that's working off of feelings. How about we do this? Yo, big army, listen up. How about we do this? Just tell the soldiers all across the board in the military period, don't do shit in your uniform on any social media platform. You are prohibited from doing anything in uniform on social media. That will kill all of that. Y'all so sensitive about what everybody posts. Tell them stop posting shit in their uniform, and we all right with it. Because at this point, if it's little private stankum or whoever, and they got their Chicago Bulls jersey on, and they talking a whole bunch of shit. They don't know that you're an Army soldier. You can make a video about you having all the liquor in the world and you pulling up, getting drunk. You might not want somebody, you know what I'm saying, knowing that they're a part of any sort of military organization. Outlaw doing shit on social media in the uniform, and you kill all that.
No, that perception thing is really where they try and get you is it could be. Not that it is against good order and discipline, but it could be perceived. Could be. The legal jargons and all this stuff that I see out here. I'm telling you, man, the military is crazy when it comes to this stuff. But let me know what you guys think about the situation as we've seen it unfold kind of from the start.
Salute to Nikki MGTV. Subscribing to that brother. That shit is fire. All right. I like the way he breaks it down. Sounds like he might even have been in boots at one point. But yeah. Y'all tell me in the comments, man, have y'all ever heard of somebody getting kicked out that motherfucking fast? Do y'all feel like she actually did have a legitimate target on her back? Could it have possibly been that captain that was unprofessionally counseling her on IG Live? Oh, by the way, that captain says she went to her higher up, and her higher up told her that it was legally okay for her to do that. So that's why she felt comfortable in doing it. Not the right answer. Not the right answer at all. But y'all tell me in the comments how y'all feeling about that one. Hey, Big Sarge, you ever around my way? I got a blunt for you since you out and all that now. Big stankin' blunt. You can put that on your TikTok and your IG Live. You can do that. See how they feel about that one. But moving right along, man. Yeah. Again, the premiere of Stranger Things Season 5 going on tonight, 8 p.m. I want to take a look and I want to do a quick little recap of everything that's happened so far from Season 1 to Season 5. You know what I'm saying? Might talk a little bit about what we're seeing or whatever. Dip in, dip out, pause. And then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here or whatever. And I'm going to get ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow and for the premiere of Stranger Things 5. So let's take a look. This is by way of IGN. Get your lighters up and all of that. Y'all make sure y'all still smoking because we're about to glide on out. Spoiler alert right here, Jack. If you don't like it, get your own ass off. Let's get it.
What a long journey the Stranger Things cast of characters have been on. To demonstrate, just listen to the high timbre of these Season 1 voices from all the way back in 2016.
The Demogorgon! Deep shit.
It's been a long time since we first began, clearly, and we need to make note of how remarkably far the important characters of Stranger Things Season 5 have come. So, here's our recap of all the important things you
Look at the Mind Flayer, bro. Like, hold on. Y'all let me know.
Season 5 have come. So, here's our recap of all the
Y'all let me know what type of TV y'all be watching Stranger Things on. My Hellfire Clubby is, you know what I'm saying? What type of TV are y'all watching Stranger Things on? Because y'all know this show is shot in a different kind of way that you got to have like some real shit going on and some real sound going on. Now look at that, man. The Mind Flayer look crazy. You're not watching that on your phone. You watching that on some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? 85-inch, 90-inch, some shit like that. Projector screen. You feel me? Stranger Things is about to be that. Season 5.
the important things you need to know as we head into the final season of Stranger Things.
What's her name? Kim Horcher. Shout out to Kim Horcher at IGN. Salute, salute.
Wait, now, before you ask, hey, where are all those other characters I want to hear about? Why aren't you following Alexi or the Hawkins High kids who all got killed? Well, we are focusing on the main characters of Season 5 and their long character journeys, and I'm not allowed to make this thing too...
By the way, the fact that they just gonna try and pass these grown-ass kids as little kids now, it's about to be amazing how we're just gonna forget that all these kids are probably like 21 now, damn near.
Hours long again, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time focusing on minor characters like Mike's dad or characters who are notably one and done dead like Barb. So you don't actually need to ask, what about Barb, in the comments. This doesn't concern Barb. Stop talking about Barb. We're going to...
Rest in peace to Barb, man. Barb wasn't trying to be no whore. She was just waiting on her friend while her friend was upstairs trying to catch VD. And she ended up dying. Rest in peace to Barb, man.
Give extra attention to Season 1, not just because it was a really, really long time ago, but because this is where most of the main cast's baselines get established. The very first scene is November 6th, 1983, at the Hawkins National Laboratory under the U.S. Department of Energy. Yep, that means the kids would be well over 50 in the present day. But
right.
Our first scene centralizes not only the threat posed by the Upside Down, but Eleven's mysterious connection to it.
Y'all tell me in the comments if y'all are watching Stranger Things. If you're not, bruh, this is a way to catch up so that you can know exactly what's going on for Season 5. And if you have been watching it, how hyped are we today? You feel it?
The four main boys, Will, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, open playing D&D with all the exuberance of a modern-day Critical Role finale. This is an extremely strong opening scene that establishes the core dynamic. Mike dramatically DMs a heightened confrontation with the Demogorgon, a classic D&D enemy.
Oh, Jesus, we're so screwed if it's the Demogorgon.
It's not the Demogorgon.
Dustin expresses fear and relies on defense. Lucas expresses skepticism and pushes for offensive action. And Will is naively honest, but they're all best buddies who love each other in, a cool, tough way.
Fireball! Oh, where'd it go? Where is he?
Later, all but Mike ride home on their bikes talking about...
It is wild seeing these kids grow up on this show. And, normally TV right about now, you'll find TV that'll have several seasons and maybe one of the seasons was ass. Not this show. Every season was fire.
X-Men comics. It's pretty idyllic and clearly where the heart and joy of the show centers. Childhood friendship. Oh, and nostalgia. Will splits off on his own into Hawkins lab property. He sees a scary, spindly figure and falls off his bike, but it
I got a theory that was Vecna.
Pursues him home, where he hides out in the shed. He disappears as a light bulb goes out, and everyone fears the worst. Joyce hunts frantically, Jonathan blames himself, and his friends try their best to find him.
You ever think Will went missing because he ran into something bad?
Mike is the most determined and invested in finding Will after he disappears, and immediately strongly attaches to 11 and wants to help her when she shows up.
Are we helping weirdo kids just out in the rain? Just think about, I don't know, they probably would be dead if they hadn't met her.
He attaches to 11 and wants to help her when she shows up. He promises again and again that his mom will help her, even though 11 chooses to go a different way at every turn. Also, he clearly likes her in an 11-year-old kind of way.
Pretty. Really pretty.
While all the boys get bullied at school and are equally interested in science class, Dustin and Lucas get somewhat less character development. Dustin has a little crush on Nancy and is more open to fantastical possibilities.
First of all, shout out to Dustin, because at least you know Dustin got a little bit of taste. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dustin with them weird ass teeth. You know what I'm saying?
While Lucas is more opposed to ideas of the supernatural and went on his own to Hawkins' lab to disprove those notions.
I fuck with Lucas because he has that whole notion of he doesn't rule out anything weird. He be having his nerd mind going at all times. I fuck with Lucas.
Which he failed. While Mike strongly wanted 11 to help them find Will, Lucas was very skeptical of harboring some weird girl, and Dustin was more of an intermediary between the two, but eventually all three remaining boys united when faced with overwhelming evidence. Will, however, is taken to the Upside Down in episode 1, and what we learn about him is mainly through flashbacks from his mom Joyce and older brother Jonathan.
Be like a Flash. For real?
For real.
Season 1 establishes strong use of flashbacks to explain trauma, and it's used often in later seasons, but most of all in this one. We learn that Will is a sweet kid, smart, artistic, sensitive, and his mom and brother have done their best to shelter him from an act.
I don't trust him. If you know like I know and you've been watching this show, I don't trust Will. I haven't trusted Will ever since he got back from the Upside Down.
Acrimonious divorce, and that he really loves his fellow misfit friends. Joyce Byers is a single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. Yeah, but really. She snaps into overdrive when Will disappears and exhausts every resource and idea she has trying to find him, connecting with her old friend Jim Hopper in the process.
I've been waiting 6 hours.
I don't know. I came as soon as I could.
Jonathan is a quiet loner at school, interested in photography, and
Me personally, from day one, I saw, you know what I'm saying, some chemistry between Jim Hopper and old girl Will's mom.
I don't know. I came as soon as I could.
Jonathan is a quiet loner at school, interested in photography, and he cares very much for Will and feels responsible for losing him. He and Nancy, Mike's older sister, who is a bit of a brat and overachiever, also have a soft spot for each other. This doesn't go unnoticed by Nancy's boyfriend, Steve. Accurately described as a douchebag by the kids, Steve spends a lot of time listening to his jerk-ass friend's ideas to antagonize Jonathan and Nancy until
We gonna, she kind of, I mean, she getting thorough, but we kind of bagging on my man Steve. Like, Steve is really a hero, bro. After he get all that bullshit up out his brain and like just be a regular person and stop trying to stunt for everybody, he's actually a really stand-up guy, seriously.
Till eventually telling them off, defending the two from a Demogorgon and making amends. Also, Barb is there, until she isn't. Hopper starts in what in retrospect was clear.
Steve is Negan with that bat. He be wham, straight up, going straight up, head up with a Demogorgon, not giving a fuck. Steve be hot, because ain't no motherfucking way.
Clearly a depressed state following the death of his daughter and dissolution of his marriage. Hopper becomes reinvigorated and reignites a bond with Joyce while unraveling the conspiracy at Hawkins' lab with her.
This whole time you were right.
And helping her save the real Will inside the Upside Down. He ends the season leaving a small token for inarguably the most central character, 11. 11 is a harder character to summarize since her backstory begins before season 1. And
I can sum up 11's character. Jean Grey, motherfucking Scarlet Witch. She got chaos magic, man. She's a badass. And she also has a very, very famous saying, friends don't lie.
And gets told throughout later seasons, but why wait? Let's just go for it. Born Jane Ives, Eleven's mother Terry was experimented on in the MK Ultra program by Dr. Brenner, resulting in Jane developing psychokinetic powers. Brenner kidnapped, renamed, and raised her in a secret lab with other competitive, traumatized, superpowered children. What could be the harm there?
Right.
On November 6th, 1983, the opening of the series, Brenner and company had 11 use her powers to make contact with another dimension, which accidentally left a gate open in the lab, causing the upside-down creatures to begin pouring out into Hawkins. In the confusion, she escaped, ate hamburgers, hid out with the 3 Hawkins boys, became good friends with them, and seemingly sacrificed herself to save them from a Demogorgon. Everyone else had a nice Christmas, and everything was mostly fine. It's nearly a year after season 1, and Will still has a connection to the Upside Down and attends not at all sketchy therapy from Dr. Owens, Dr. Brenner.
Yeah, not at all sketchy therapy. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Would you have the courage to actually take your child off the board if they were like supernaturally dangerous? Would you have, like, you know what I'm saying? Get your nerd minds out on this one. Would you have the strength to get rid of your child if they were supernaturally evil and dangerous?
Replacement at Hawkins Labs. Will sees a new huge threat from the other dimension. They call it the Mind Flayer. Once again, a reference to Dungeons and Dragons, and once again, Will conks out for most of the season when the Mind Flayer possesses him.
He made me do it.
The Upside Down makes a comeback in a big way, and eventually Joyce, Jonathan, and Nancy force the entity out of Will, and 11 once again closes the gate between dimensions to fully cut it off.
See what I'm saying? Badass. Jean Grey, Scarlet Witch, Chaos Magic.
Oh yeah, speaking of, to no one's surprise, 11 did not die when she vanished in the season 1 finale. She was secretly taken in by Hopper, who began raising her as a daughter, and it's pretty sweet, but for all the goo and death this season, she spends a lot of time away from everyone else, having snuck out to rediscover her roots with a gang of kids who we oddly never hear from again. Hopper officially adopts 11 as Jane Hopper by the finale, and they both seem to heal emotionally. Mike spends the season searching for 11 and is overjoyed when she
By the way, early theory, I think her sister is going to come back in the season 5, somewhere within season 5, to help her fight Vecna. They're going to need all the help that they can get.
finally returns to the group.
I never gave up on you.
Joyce dates a nice man with the same name as a character from The Sims, but we won't get into him because I was told to only recap characters that make it to season 5, and
oh, she ain't have to show. That was messed up. I forgot about that. My man thought he was all right and got cooked.
New characters arrive, including siblings Maxine and Billy, who have a dysfunctional relationship. Max joins the main kid gang and becomes an essential part almost immediately.
Oh God, he's slimy.
Lucas and Dustin both express interest in her, but Lucas wins between the two. No worries, Dustin starts a new enduring friendship this season. No, not the upside-down demodog that ate his cat. Steve gets a signature weapon and loses Nancy, but goes from douchebag to world's best babysitter, so it's not all bad for him.
What the?
There's room for only one douchebag anyway. Jonathan and Nancy pretend they're just friends.
No, I mean, we're just friends.
Friends.
Until they get together for real.
Ryan, we're just friends, yeah.
After 11 cuts off the gate to the upside down, all the demodogs die and everyone has a
Nancy was just giving that little pussy out. Steve hit it. My man hit it. Yo, she was just giving that little Jen out.
nice time at the school dance, and no alternate universe entity wants revenge. Psych, of course the Mind Flayer wants revenge. But let's set the scene first. It's summer 1985, and Lucas and Max are a couple, as are Eleven and Mike. The kid gang is solidly having a pretty nice time being kids for once, in no small part because the mall is now open.
That boy Luke is different. He went and got him a redhead. All right, boy.
The mall has it all. It's a fun place to hang out and strangle small businesses and people alike. But again, I'm jumping ahead. The mall is probably the most visually interesting set piece in the entire show and marks a significant change not just in 1980s America, but in the kids' growth into young teenagers. This season is about growing pains and growing relationships and monsters. Will wants to stay in adolescence playing D&D all night with his buddies, and his buddies all want to grow up and date. Nancy is officially dating Will's brother Jonathan. Dustin has a girlfriend from science camp.
That they thought he was faking. Y'all ever had that homeboy back in the day that used to tell you he had a girlfriend? I got a girlfriend. She just don't live around here. She go to a different school. You ever had a homeboy like that? Well, Dustin really had that going on, but that was really his little bun right there.
And even Mike's mom might be an item with a teenager. Ew. Also, Joyce and Hopper like each other romantically now. Yay, mom and dad are getting together. But really, Joyce has a hard time getting over her boyfriend Bob's death, which keeps the burn slow. Protective dad Hopper wants to keep Eleven safe from all danger, both in paranormal and boy forms. He has a hard time with the idea of her growing up. Meanwhile, Murray, who was a conspiracy theorist introduced in season 2, turns out to be right about one thing. There is a Soviet conspiracy about town, and yes, it's about reopening the upside-down gate 11 closed last season and creating a door between worlds for fun and profit. They even have...
Now, hold up. Let's not go back. Let me see.
In season 2, turns out to be right about one thing. There is a Soviet conspiracy about town, and yes, it's about reopening the upside-down gate 11 closed last season.
We're not going to act like this dude didn't beat Hopper ass the entire fucking season. And he was putting hands and feet on Hopper the whole fucking season, all up until the last fight. Oh man, that shit was funny as hell because I felt like I'm looking at Hopper, he's the Red Guardian in the MCU. So I'm like, y'all ain't gonna just make, Hopper have no hands. Man, dude was doing him dirty the whole season.
And creating a door between worlds for fun and profit. They even have an entire secret base built under that nice new mall where Steve works with the newest member of the teen gang, Robin.
How many children are you friends with?
Robin and Steve are besties, but that doesn't mean Steve and Dustin aren't also besties, and they recruit Lucas' younger sister, Erica, to help uncover the Soviet conspiracy.
They own like side little squad right there outside of the party, Dustin, Will, Lucas, and Mike, that's the original party. But this is like the side characters that also push with the party because they're the only people that really know what's going on within the town. Shit is really fire, man. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, you really should. It's a great binge watch, I'm telling you.
Robin comes out to Steve, which reaffirms their only friendship. At the same time, the Mind Flayer is also back and chooses to attach itself not to Will, but Max's maniacal brother, Billy. Nancy and Jonathan...
When I tell you Billy was on one the whole fucking season, he was knocking down all the old ladies around there. And then he just became evil. He started infecting everybody and it was creepy. I'm gonna let y'all see it, man.
Billy. Nancy and Jonathan uncover that the Mind Flayer's goal this season is pretty much to draw humans in, liquefy them into gooey flesh, and use said gooey flesh to construct its own hive mind body at, you guessed it, the mall.
Oh, that was disgusting. Oh. It's people goo together. And that's how you know this shit fire. Cause I was legit like, oh man, get that out of here.
11 realizes that once again she is the only one who can save the world. Unfortunately, in a crucial point in the battle, she also realizes her powers are gone. The main cast squads up to fight anyway, with Hopper, Joyce, and Murray infiltrating the Russian base, and the kids fighting the Mind Flayer with fireworks.
The Mind Flayer that recruited so many people, it ended up looking like a fucking some shit from Venom. The fuck is that?
Fighting the Mind Flayer with fireworks.
Play this, you ugly piece of shit!
Joyce is forced to vaporize Hopper in order to close the gate again, and he is gone without a trace. A powerless 11 uses emotion to actually free Billy from the influence of the Flayer, at which point he chooses to sacrifice.
That nigga had Captain America strength the whole season. He punched the iron door off the hinges.
Himself to stop it. As Joyce closes the gate, the connection is broken, and the Hive Mind Flayer goo form dies for real. This is all great, but of course everyone is sad about Hopper. 3 months later, Joyce, Jonathan, Will, and 11.
What about Hopper? How about y'all be sad about all the fucking people goo out there? Yeah, man.
Decide to finally move away from Hawkins, which is what I would have done the first time an insane paranormal thing happened.
That's a fact. Yo, shout out to you, Kim. I be looking at all these little fictional fucking series where it be these towns that weird shit happens and all of that. Man, the first weird thing that happened, if there's a situation where I got to get through it, as soon as it's done, I'm moving. We gone. Me, the wife, the kids, we out of there. What you mean?
Meanwhile, in Russia, Hopper lives. He was transported, not vaporized, but he's trapped in a Soviet camp where they experiment on upside-down creatures. He communicates however obliquely he can to Joyce, and since we learned in season 1 that Joyce...
Yo, the fact that my man was in an arena fighting little mini demogorgons, that shit was just wild, bro. Hopper got heart. You don't kill nobody like him. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to give me some theories. Who do y'all feel like is going to live or die? Because this is the series finale. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit finna end. This is the last season. Who y'all feel like finna finally bite the dust?
Is really good at decoding weird, convoluted messages from her loved ones trapped far away. She and Murray succeed in an extremely unlikely rescue mission. While this happens, the younger kid group starts high school, but with the Byers family moved away to California, they're separated. 11's background as an unsocialized kid who solved her problems with violence doesn't set her up for success in public school, especially because she's
She looked like a whole weirdo out there with her hand stuck out there, knowing she ain't had no power. She was looking weird. Looking stupid.
For success in public school, especially because she's now powerless and without Hopper, Mike, Max, and her support system. Will is also feeling isolated, and it is heavily implied he is dealing with the realization that he is gay, which would have been very difficult and emotional for him. Jonathan becomes a hilarious stoner to deal with things, so...
Can you blame the brother after everything that happened in the last couple of seasons? That crazy ass shit with all the demogorgons, and I need some shit to calm me down, because otherwise we staying in this crazy ass town. At any moment the fucking aliens, whatever the fuck they are, could come back and we gotta fight them again. Niggas need shit to calm them down. What's she talking about?
Oh.
What's going on? Your mom's going to Alaska. You're going to Alaska?
Back in Hawkins, the other kids are playing D&D again with a new nonconformist DM, Eddie, and a new group name, the Hellfire Club.
You want something, freak?
Lucas is now a jock on the varsity Satanic Panic-led basketball team, which becomes a season-long issue. Max is having major issues processing her brother's untimely death and her broken family, and has also isolated herself. Lucas knows something is wrong and wants to help her, even though they've broken up, and she resists. Growing up, growing apart, and dealing with pain are running themes this season.
Yeah, I know.
After kids at school are mysteriously killed, and...
Yo, that little part, watching them all go do their own thing and shit wasn't going right, but they still had D&D together. That was cool, but like it was kind of sad seeing everybody's individual life really on some like everything was just crumbling, you know?
The Hellfire Club starts to take heat. The Hawkins kids get the Hawkins young adults to help them out. What is this dark spellcaster targeting kids with trauma? It's definitely from the Upside Down, so they give it a D&D name, Vecna. And of course, Vecna wants Max due to her new dark emotions. Max is nearly killed by Vecna, but literally runs from despair thanks to the needle drop of 2022. 11 is scooped up by Owens and Brenner to try and get her powers back, and in so doing...
See, thought he was dead. Motherfuckers that be dead and don't and be they keep coming back, they just evil. You got to make sure they gone. You got to really see their body be gone when it comes to situations like that. People that are just that evil, you got to see them really be gone.
We learn more about her traumatic past in the school for psychic violent children. She knew the person who would become Vecna, and they were friends in the school as 11 and 1. After she freed him from his inhibitor chip, he slaughtered all the other children, and she banished him to the Upside Down, where he became powerful and twisted. More twisted. He's Vecna. 11 gets her powers back, reunites with Mike and the rescue team, and they focus in to save Max. Nancy, Steve, Robin, and Eddie have also figured out Vecna's identity while on their own adventure and come to realize Vecna's goal: turn the world.
Yo, look at that, bruh. That shit crazy.
Into the Upside Down, and he only needs to kill Max to complete his designs. Also, he was the one who possessed the Mind Flayer and had been the big bad this whole time. Despite being thousands of physical miles away, 11 enters Max's psyche to fight Vecna and save her. While things look bleak, Mike emboldens 11 with a pep talk, and the adults in Russia and young adults in Hawkins hurt the Upside Down hive mind as much as possible to give her an edge. Still, Max dies in Lucas's arms, causing portals to the Upside Down to erupt in Hawkins, though actually her heart restarts and she goes into a coma thanks to 11 using their friendship memories to mentally intervene. Vecna is...
I ain't gonna lie, that was a little tearjerker, man. Her body was floating in the air. You seen her motherfucking arm go, that motherfucking snap. Blinded her, took out her legs, broke both her legs, broke both her arms. I said, oh, Lord. Ain't no way she coming back from that.
Is still alive. The entire remaining cast returns, and everyone who is able reunites in Hawkins. Jonathan and Nancy are maybe not okay, and 11 is upset Max is unfindable in her psychic plane. However, she finally reunites with her dad Hopper, overjoyed to have him back. Everyone thinks what happened was a natural disaster, but the Upside Down is definitely in and infecting the main dimension now, setting up a final battle. Are they ready? Are 11's powers enough? Is anyone primed for one final heroic sacrifice? Will Hopper and Joyce get to go out on just one nice date? It will all be revealed in Stranger Things' final chapter. I'm Kim Horcher. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. For more of the best...
Kim Horcher. That was fire. I was locked in. And that was by way of IGN. Salute to them. Please give them a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Y'all tell me if y'all are out there, if y'all are Hellfire Clubbians, if y'all are going to be watching that tonight. Who's your death toll? Let me know in the comments, man. And this has been another good session. Yeah, this has definitely been another good session. It's your boy Slave DiBiase, man. And we out.